MMAT is absolutely exploding once again today. Let's talk about where I think the stock could be headed very soon and some interesting information that I found. Make sure to watch to the very end of this video so you don't miss any of my analysis on this stock. And if you guys want to get a free stock with Public, check out our link down in the description below. When you guys sign up with Public, not only do you get to see what we're buying, selling, and of course all of our thoughts on the current market, but you also get a free stock when you use our link. So make sure to hit the link down in the description below. But other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. Alrighty guys, here we are with MetaMaterials, or ticker symbol MMAT or MMAT, whatever you want to call it. As you can see here, we're up about 60 or 13.17% and 61 cents here, $5.24 on the day here. The market is about to close. We got a couple of minutes here, like about 20 or 30 minutes left of the market session today. But overall, MetaMaterials is moving very well. Now, actually over the last week, obviously, we've had some incredible runs here, and this was the largest gaining day right here, doing about 51% on the day, up to like $5.45. And now we're getting close to that, honestly. We're pushing back up towards that level in the first place. And we, of course, are ending the week higher than we began. Let's talk about this article, though, that I found here that I think is really interesting and provides some, well, just interesting context, and I think material that is worth taking a look at, reading, and of course giving my own opinion on, but also just kind of diving into it and seeing what's going on with MMAT deeper than what's going on, obviously, with the current price action, because it's important to be aware of the fundamentals, the technicals, and everything in between. So let's read this article. As you can see here, MMAT stock, one big reason Reddit favorite MetaMaterials is surging today. Here's what MMAT stock is soaring today. So MMAT is actually very favored by retail investors right now, and Reddit as pretty much at large for the most part. This is something that if you aren't aware about, which if you're watching this video, more than likely you're already aware of that to begin with, but just in case you aren't familiar with this stock, that's kind of why a lot of the momentum we've been seeing with this stock has been going on recently. Let's keep reading though. Over the past week, investors in MetaMaterials have seen impressive gains. Indeed, shares of MMAT stock are currently up more than 40% over the past 5 trading sessions, as volume and interest begins to build around this name. As growth investors focus on companies with high-end, innovative technologies, MetaMaterials has come into focus. This is a company designed to be the next generation growth stock investors are looking for. The company produces a range of high-performance nanocomposites and other functional materials powering the explosive technical growth of our economy is seeing. So what that basically kind of outlines there is just what MetaMaterials is doing, why a lot of growth stock investors and just investors in general are flowing into the stock. I agree that they are, I think, in my opinion, the next generation growth stock that a lot of people are going to be looking for. The composite materials that they're creating and some of the just incredible, not even technology, but just the ideas that they're able to come up with for some of the things that they're doing. If you read into some research papers and things that they're basically producing right now and what they're doing, I can't discuss in this video because it's going to take literally forever. There's a lot that they're working on right now. I encourage you to go check it out if you haven't already, but they're doing some really, really cool stuff behind closed doors. But let's keep reading this article. Accordingly, MetaMaterials is growing in interest among investors as a picks and shovels play on various strong secular catalysts. A speculative pick, MetaMaterials provides investors with tremendous growth potential. However, another key catalyst appears to be driving MMAT stock today. Let's dive into what investors are focusing on right now. MMAT stock higher on short squeeze potential. Potential short squeeze stocks have been taking off once again this past week. For investors in MetaMaterials, this is a good thing. It appears MetaMaterials has made the short squeeze list among many retail traders. However, today an S3 Partners executive outlined his short squeeze thesis for MMAT stock. This call via a CNBC interview has unsurprisingly emboldened retail traders to jump into MMAT stock. So that's very interesting, the fact that they detailed the short squeeze list among retail traders with S3 Partners executive, and he outlined basically the thesis of how it could short squeeze. That is, in my opinion, unheard of. I have never seen any kind of executive do that with a stock, as well, just kind of detail how a short squeeze could play out. And of course, retail investors were obviously very emboldened, like they said, by that information. Let's keep reading here and we'll kind of get down to this last little bit here. Seeing the previous impressive rallies in MetaMaterials has provided evidence of this stock's potential. However, what S3 Partners and many retail investors are focusing on is MetaMaterials' high short interest ratio, high borrow rate, low float, and relatively low share price. These are factors that tend to drive short squeeze potential in given stocks. And today, it appears MetaMaterials has had such what such investors are looking for. Whether or not this stock squeezes higher than its previous rally to more than $20 per share remains to be seen. However, it appears speculators are willing to put a little risk on capital capital on this horse today. So what is this article basically saying? Well, it's outlining basically what MetaMaterials does. They're outlining basically that they could be the next big growth play this generation, or even for the next year or two, or even longer than that, depending on the timeline that you have for this stock. Interesting news about the executive literally outlining how a short squeeze could happen with his own stock. Fascinating. I've never seen anything like it before. And of course, just the bottom line of all of this is that this is a heavily shorted stock. And there's a lot of retail investors on Reddit, Wall Street Bets, and any other platform on social media that will look at this and go, this might be something worth throwing a couple bucks into to see what happens. And it seems that a lot of people are still speculating that this stock could go much higher than it already has. If we look at the wider time frame, this is what we were looking at here, where it jumped up to about $16 to $20 like I talked about in the article, and then pulled back significantly. Has been kind of consolidating, trading for pretty much sideways since July. Now or June, I think rather, right? Yeah, June. And now we're starting to push back up into those higher price targets. Let's hop into trading view here. We'll end the video off with a little bit of technical analysis so we can see whether or not that trend is going to continue. As you can see here, this is trading view on the 1 day, 1 minute chart. This is what we looked at for today's intraday trading session. Overall, started the day off strong and then just pushed higher and higher as the day moved on. There's a big resistance here, it seems, at the 533, 530 kind of level. And we're pretty much approaching that as we end the day off here. If it can break through that level, I wouldn't be surprised if this stock goes a lot higher tomorrow's intraday trading session, Friday, or even next week if it can break those highs. We'll have to see. Let's plot to a wider time frame here on the 3-month. This is what we've seen obviously and what we talked about not too long ago. Not a lot of volatility really going on until recently, right? With these large upshifts in price, you know? So this is something we're gonna be watching closely. We could be seeing a little bit of a bull flag here, which actually it already looks like broke out of that bull flag in the first place, which is really impressive to see, kind of a live breakout of technical analysis. And I'm really looking forward to seeing where this stock continues to grow and go. Guys, I think MetaMaterials still has a lot of potential, even fundamentally, you know, beyond just the short squeeze potential that the stock could have. As far as the overall technicals of the stock goes, we can look here, we have a rating of a 3 as far as Wall Street analysts go. That's between a buy, between a sell, so really not anything too impressive there, but we still have targets that are kind of all over the place, which is a little disappointing. We have a low of 270, which it's already outperforming that target, which is the average target, so that's pretty cool. And if we look at the high, $18.40 per share is the high price target, which is absolutely really cool to see. I'm really excited to see if it does reach that. We have earnings coming up, I believe, in November, so a little bit of a ways away there. But guys, overall, we make videos like this all the time about these types of different stocks, whether it's BBIG, MMAT, all of these other stocks, AMC, Clover Health, whatever you think that is a very like trending and interesting stock that has a lot of volume right now and could potentially explode in a short squeeze or whatever it might be, we cover it. You know, we talk about news, fundamentals, technical analysis, we do it all here. So make sure you subscribe, guys. But other than that, that is pretty much it today for MMAT. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. If you guys want to pick up a free stock with Public, check out our link down in the description below. When you guys use that link, you get to sign up and join an amazing social investing network. And of course, you get to see what famous investors and even ourselves are buying, selling, and of course, all of our thoughts on the current market. But other than that, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.